A rope walks into a bar one day and he goes to the bartender, "I'd like a beer." And the bartender looks at him and says, "Are you a rope?" And the rope says, "I am." And the man says, "We don't serve ropes here. You gotta leave." The rope leaves. A few hours later, he figures he'd try his luck again. He goes back into the bar and he orders himself a beer. And the bartender looks at him and says, "You look familiar. Aren't you that rope?" And the rope says, "Yes, I am." And the bartender says, "I told you before we don't serve ropes, so you're going to have to leave." Well, the rope leaves the bar and he's thinking about it for a few hours. Then he comes up with a plan. So he ties himself up into all sorts of different contortions, and at the end he starts to pull it all apart, the ends, pulling his hair in every direction, and he walks back into the bar and orders himself a beer. And the bartender looks at him and says, "Aren't you that rope?" And the rope looks at him and says, "Nope, I'm afraid not."